welcome to TeenTV Presents, a program we produce here at TeenTV which spotlights certain non-profit organizations in our area to educate the community about them. Today, we are pleased to have a representative from Samba 360. Samba 360 is a non-profit whose mission is to provide disadvantaged children, both nationally and abroad, with sports equipment. Access to sports equipment is something a lot of us take for granted, but one that severely limits the opportunities of those less fortunate. Today, we are happy to be sitting with the founder of Samba 360, Sean Brown. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you, Nicole. It's great to be here, and thank you, Public Access TV, for allowing me to come here and spread my message about what we do and how we do it and what Samba 360 is all about. We've been around for about 4 years now. I started Samba 360 almost 4 years ago as a not-for-profit. We're a 501c3, and we're also registered with the state of New York as a not-for-profit charitable organization. And we have no employees. We're all volunteers. Unlike some other charities, we're all volunteers. Nobody takes a salary. We love sports, and we love giving back, and we love helping different communities kind of level the playing field.
First, tell me a little bit about yourself. Have you always been interested in philanthropy?
Yes, and especially sports. I grew up on Long Island. I grew up in Ralston Heights. Went away for college, played soccer my whole life, and always loved soccer and giving back to different causes. I started Samba 360 4 years ago because my son, who's 10 now, was almost 7 at that time, and he was growing through his soccer equipment so quickly that I would buy him a new pair of cleats, and a few months later, the cleats were no longer needed because his foot grew an inch. So I had a brand new pair of cleats, and I didn't want to throw them away, so I couldn't find an organization to give them to. So I thought about creating this organization, and it's just taken off. We're very grassroots oriented, and just yesterday I gave a full luggage to a friend of mine who's going to Colombia this Saturday, and she's taking with her soccer balls, cleats, soccer jerseys, and some goalkeeper equipment to give away to an organization in South America. So in the last 4 years, we've probably donated more than 5,000 soccer uniforms and balls from the Shinnecock Indian Nation out in Suffolk County all the way down to Brazil, to Argentina. I've shipped possibly probably about 55 boxes to South America, and through friends and family and volunteers, we've distributed many more items through that means.
What doors do team sports open for kids?
Well, I can talk about soccer. Soccer unites the world. You can be tall, short, large, skinny. Everyone can play soccer. There's no restrictions. Unlike some other sports like basketball, where you tend to have to be a little taller, soccer attracts all different kind of players and sizes. And in the United States, it's very popular for girls and boys to play soccer. In some other countries, it's less popular for girls, but we're hoping that will be changed. In South America, they're more male-dominated. They consider soccer more of a male sport, but it's slowly changing. So for us, it's very important to provide sports equipment, soccer equipment to both boys and girls. And in South America and many places in this country, there are many communities that are disadvantaged that would be very happy to accept a gently used pair of cleats or some gently used jerseys or some used soccer balls. And we have some items here that folks have donated, like a pair of goalkeeper gloves. These Adidas goalkeeper gloves in South America cost a fortune. They're expensive here, but in South America and in Brazil, the cost of these gloves could be a month's salary for a family. So the family's not going to go to the store and buy goalkeeper gloves. They're going to provide food for their family. So for a child who wants to be a goalkeeper, it's very difficult to get the resources they want to be able to play the beautiful game of soccer.
How do you determine which communities to donate to?
That's a very good question, Nicole. So, you know, you know when you can almost, in some communities, you know that they're disadvantaged. You don't have to ask. You can just look around. And I can tell you, I've been to Brazil about 18 times, and you can almost smell the poverty in the air. It's something that we're not used to because we're surrounded by affluence. We're surrounded by folks that have, you know, houses and running water and sneakers and food and families that provide those really necessary resources for their children. But in some countries like Brazil, that I know very well, children play soccer barefoot. Sometimes they don't know where their next meal is coming from. If you ever read Pele's autobiography, which is one of the most soccer players ever, one of the greatest soccer players ever, in his autobiography, he didn't have a pair of sneakers until he was 13 years old. And he's considered the greatest soccer player ever. Can you imagine children on Long Island, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old not having a pair of sneakers? I think if you go to a lot of families, you'll find children at that age have 2 or 3 different pairs of sneakers. So we're very lucky. We're very lucky and we're fortunate, but what I want to do is level the playing field and provide children that don't have those resources with the tools they need to play sports. Every child should have a soccer ball, pair of sneakers. Every child should have a bicycle, regardless of your economic background, regardless of whether you live on Long Island or in Washington, D.C., or in favela in Brazil. Every child should have the same resources. And that's what we're trying to do. So, and we're doing it, but we're doing it slowly, but we need help. We have a Facebook page, we have a website, and that's how people can learn more about us at samba360.org or on our Facebook page. And slowly we're getting more attention. Through your help, through the public access TV station, we're getting more attention to what we do. But again, the nice thing about us is none of us take a salary. We're all volunteers. We believe in the cause, we believe in the mission, and if you look in your garage, if you look in your basement, I'm sure there's an extra soccer ball, an extra pair of cleats, something that you no longer need that can be recycled to give to a child that does need it.
How would a person get their donations to your organization?
It's a good question. Here at Public Access TV in Lake Success, you can drop off your donated items here. Soccer balls are needed. I'm doing a lacrosse drive very shortly for the Shinnecock Indian Nation. So if you have lacrosse sticks, used lacrosse sticks or new lacrosse sticks, soccer balls, soccer cleats, shin guards, goalkeeper gloves, that kind of equipment, you can drop it here at Public Access TV. You can contact us through our Facebook page, Samba 360. You can contact us through our website, and we'll come and pick them up if you don't live too far away. And I've done that. I've picked up from many different houses and soccer clubs in the New York area. And we're very fortunate because Long Island has a lot of soccer clubs, and we've been very lucky to have soccer clubs like the Syosset Soccer Club, the Manhasset Soccer Club, and different businesses like American Challenge Soccer in Suffolk County. They've been very good to us, and they've donated us their used sports equipment, and we've turned around and sent it to Mexico, given it to Mercy First in Syosset, which is a not-for-profit that takes in troubled and traumatized children. We've given it to the Shinnecock Indian Nation. I drove down to Washington, D.C. last October, and I brought 700 uniforms to two different schools called the Seed School, which is a not-for-profit school in the Washington, D.C. Area. We've also sent to Argentina, Brazil, Mexico. So if you send us your stuff or we pick it up from you, we'll find a community that will use the sports equipment. It won't stay around in our house or in our garages.
Do you plan on expanding into other areas or other sports?
Well, soccer is the most popular game in the world. Everybody, it's the most popular sport. So we're soccer-centric because it's so popular. It's growing very popular in the United States. But if you go outside the United States, in South America, in the Caribbean, Central America, soccer is the sport. They usually don't play any other sport but soccer. And you don't need much to play soccer. You just need a ball, and really that's it. So we're soccer-centric, but we are going to start a collection soon for the Shinnecock Indian Nation. We need lacrosse sticks. So if any of the viewers here have lacrosse sticks in their home, or lacrosse gloves, we would definitely accept them, and we'll bring them out to Suffolk County to give to the reservation.
What have you observed impoverished children use as an alternative to sports equipment?
What do you mean by that?
Like if they don't have proper sports equipment, do they use something else to play a similar thing to the formal game?
I can tell you, I was in Brazil for the World Cup 3 years ago, and I went into a favela. A favela is a shanty town, and in Brazil, favelas are all over the place. They're where most of the people that live in a favela are really great people, and unfortunately, they don't have the resources that we have. So they live in these shanty towns, and they play soccer, usually barefoot. if you go, and usually each favela has one soccer field, and some favelas are as large as cities. In Rio, there's a favela that has 1 million people living in it. So if you can imagine what it's like to, and most of the favelas are built on hillsides, on hills. So if you Google it, what a favela is, F-A-V-E-L-A, you'll see they're beautiful places that are very poor, very cramped, very congested housing conditions that a lot of folks don't have electricity, don't have running water, but the folks have a lot of hope, and they're really great people. And the children in these favelas, they play with whatever they have. If they have sandals, they'll play soccer with sandals. If they're barefoot and they don't have sandals, they'll play barefoot. They'll use whatever they have to play the game of soccer. When you give a child who lives in a favela a pair of cleats or a pair of turf soccer sneakers or a soccer ball, you can't imagine their expression. They're so happy. Their face lights up with such joy and happiness, because a soccer ball like this is just too costly for a family in Brazil. They're not going to spend money going to the store and buying a brand new Nike soccer ball when the cost of a ball could be $50 US there, and they may earn $50 in a week. It just doesn't make sense for them. So when you give a child a ball or a pair of cleats, it means so much to them.
I believe we have a video from your website showing what kids will go through just for the chance to play some soccer. Let's take a look.
Great.
Assim. Mpira watu sopado mpira watu. Lele tunapangira mpira ni muhimu.
So Nicole, one of the things I forgot to mention to you was Samba 360 has a high school board of directors. I have high school students for the past 2 years who serve as president, secretary, treasurer, trustee, and they represent 5 different high schools on Long Island. So these students are great students, and they want to give back to the community. Each year I'm looking for new students. So if any high school student is out there that's interested in volunteering to be a high school advisory board member for Samba 360, they can contact us through our Facebook page or our website. We usually meet once a month. We usually meet at a Starbucks. We usually talk about what our projects are, what the students are interested in, what they want to focus on. And it's great. It's great experience for the student. It's great help for Samba 360 because it helps us get our message out. So it's really a win-win for both of us. I also do have a board of directors, and I have a advisory board as well with different people from different communities. It's very important for me to engage different people and get different perspectives on charity and on helping different communities. And so that's very valuable for us. It's very valuable for us to hear, have different opinions and receive different perspectives on giving.
So the students have a direct link to the organization itself?
Sure, we have a very robust Facebook page. And I think Facebook is being used more by older people now than younger people, and it used to be younger people use Facebook, but I'm unfortunately an older person, so I use Facebook. So Facebook is how we communicate our photos, our activities, our donation drives. So if you go to Samba 360 on Facebook, You can find out all about us, and most recently we had an information table at Barnes and Nobles this past Valentine's Day where we gave out chocolate, and we're going to Haiti the second week of May. We're providing a free soccer clinic in Haiti for 1 week. I'm going with 2 Haitian coaches who are based out of New York, and we'll be bringing soccer balls and uniforms and shin guards and all kinds of different soccer equipment to children in Haiti who unfortunately don't have those resources. So we're very excited about the trip, and that's during the second week of May. We'll be gone for 1 week, traveling all around Haiti, which, as I understand, is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere.
Where was the child who was in the video? Where does he live?
That video was taken 4 years ago. I believe that was taken from the Babylonian favela in Rio de Janeiro. So Rio has hundreds of favelas like Brazil, and unfortunately, children of favelas don't have the same resources that we take for granted. So we try to. That's what we're trying to do. And if you look on our website or on our Facebook page, you'll see other pictures of other children from different favelas and different communities throughout Brazil. And we're not we're Brazil-centric, but we have sent soccer equipment to Argentina, Brazil, Haiti, Mexico, Jamaica, El Salvador, Honduras. We sent 11 boxes to Ecuador after the earthquake in May. I just sent a luggage that's going this Saturday to Colombia. So our goal is really to try to send as much as possible to different countries in South and Central and North America. We don't donate sports equipment to any other place. We concentrate only in South, Central, and North America. That's in our mission statement. But slowly we're really developing a relationship with each country in those areas, and we're very excited about the luggage going to Colombia, developing a new relationship with a not-for-profit in Colombia.
What can you tell us about the video?
With the one we just saw?
Yeah.
Well, you can see that it's a very young boy making a soccer ball out of plastic bags. Children, it's very sad because children don't have the resources that we take for granted, so they'll use whatever they can. If you go to a community someplace in South America, they don't have cleats, they don't have soccer balls, they don't have cleats, and if they have a pair of cleats like these are turf sneakers, they're going to share them with their friends. So once they get off the soccer field, they're going to take off their cleats and they're going to give them to their friend to go play soccer with.
What countries do you donate to?
Well, I've mentioned Argentina, Mexico, Jamaica through the Donovan Ricketts Foundation. We have 3 or 4 charities that we work with in Brazil, 2 in Rio de Janeiro, and 1 in a small city called Sete Lagoas, and another one in Minas. We have sent things to Ecuador. We have sent things to El Salvador, Honduras. We have sent boxes to Haiti, the United Nations Women's Guild, which is an organization that's part of the United Nations that's made up of women who work for the United Nations. They came to my house in January. They picked up 11 boxes from me, and they were very kind to send them to Haiti at their own expense. In May, when we go to Haiti, I'm going to go visit the school where those 11 boxes went to. I'm going to meet the children that received those soccer balls and those uniforms. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm very excited about working with the United Nations Women's Guild because they have resources that we don't have. They're a much larger organization. They do a lot of good work, and so we're very excited about entering that partnership with them. But locally, we also support Mercy First and Syosset. We support the Westbury Soccer Club. I work very closely with the president of the club, and we've given them hundreds of new and gently used soccer balls and soccer gear. I've given items to PS 88 in Richwood, Queens. We're looking right now for a not-for-profit in Harlem to team up with an NGO in Harlem that would accept some soccer equipment from us. I've sent things last fall to the Seed School in Washington, D.C., the Seed School is a not-for-profit school that take in traumatized children, and they house them on campus from 6th grade through 12th grade. The Seed Foundation runs the Seed School, It's located in a part of Washington, D.C. that no one goes to. It's a very tough neighborhood. It's not part of the tourist map, so you would never go to that neighborhood in Washington. But they have a wonderful school there, and we've given them hundreds of things, hundreds of soccer items. And they have a sister school in Baltimore also that we've given items to. We've also supplied America Scores, which is another not-for-profit that promotes soccer in inner cities. We've supplied them with soccer equipment, specifically in Seattle, in the Northwest. And this Saturday, I'm going to Arizona, and I'll be taking soccer equipment on the plane with me for some for some charities in Arizona that supply soccer to their children.
What other areas of the U.S. do you work with?
Well, it's a big country, and we're a small charity. So we're looking for partnerships in every state. So if there's anyone watching right now that would like to reach out to us and talk to us about us supplying them with some soccer equipment and sports equipment, I hope they contact us. But since we're all volunteers and it's very time consuming, we look forward to the public or to those organizations contacting us and developing a relationship with us. But I will be going to Arizona this weekend and helping some organizations there with their needs.
Are there any other upcoming projects you're hoping to run through?
Well, May we're going to Haiti. We're going to be going to Haiti for a week, and we need to fundraise for that trip. So if anybody knows anyone who wants to donate, our website is samba360.org, and we have a link on our website where anyone can make a donation. We are a 501c3, so everything is, so you can talk to your tax accountant, but it's generally tax deductible since we're a not-for-profit 501c3. So we'll be in Haiti the second week of May. Next year we're planning on going to Colombia. They're doing a similar soccer clinic in Haiti. Well, where I will be doing the goalkeeper clinic, and my two other coaches will be doing the field training. We also, at this time, we're running a 10-week free chess class in Port Washington. And this Friday is our third class. Chess is very important because it educates, it works out the mind. Soccer is very important, it works the body, but also chess makes students think, and it's very similar to soccer. You need to think what you're going to do, what's the next move you're going to make. So like soccer, you need to know where you're going to pass the ball to. Chess, you need to know what you're going to do in 2 or 3 moves. So we're offering a free chess class in Port Washington every Friday night at Landmark on Main Street at that building through the Port Washington Children's Center. Last summer we ran a 2-week free soccer and chess camp in Newcastle. We ran a free soccer class clinic in the morning from 9 to 11:30. We broke for lunch, and in the afternoon we taught chess from 1 to 2:30. We had nationally ranked chess teachers come in and teach chess. Every child got a chessboard, and we had a tournament, and they either got a medal or a trophy. I gave them a soccer jersey, and the soccer students all got soccer balls and soccer equipment. And those children typically are from more of a disadvantaged background, and it was a great experience for us, and I think a great experience for the children that we served.
I believe we have some questions from the audience.
Sure.
Hey, I'm Adnan from Herrick's High School, and sorry. So I have a lot of equipment that I'd like to give away for the organization. What's the best way I could give my old equipment?
Well, you can go to our Facebook page or website. You can contact me directly at my email is brown@samba360.org. We'll come to your house. We'll pick it up. You can drop it off here at Public Access TV in Lake Success, or you can bring it to me, to my house. But if you reach out to me through our website, through our Facebook page, or email me at brown@samba360.org, we can talk about how we get the equipment to us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Frank Lopez. I go to Herrick's High School. I was just wondering, how else besides donations can I or some of my peers get involved with the organization?
So good question. Thanks, Frank. So we're looking for volunteers all the time. We need our volunteers to staff our information tables, to help us do collection drives. We're going to return this spring to Sky Blue football games in New Jersey at Rutgers University, which is a women's professional soccer team. And we have an information table, and we hand out our bookmarks, and we tell the public who we are. And believe it or not, we received a lot of donations just through that kind of grassroots effort. So if anyone's interested, again, contact us through our Facebook page, website, or my email, brown@samba360.org. And we always need volunteers. You know, even folding jerseys, stuffing luggages, boxes, attending, staffing an information table, even creating a brochure for us. We need that kind of, those sort of volunteers we need help with.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you to Sean Brown, our guest, for sharing information about the terrific organization
Thank you,
Samba
Nicole.
360.
Thank you very much.
I hope everybody at home gets involved. For PATV and TeenTV, I'm Nicole. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.